This week's episodes are sponsored by Quick Win Weekend. Quick Win Weekend is a highly anticipated quarterly virtual retreat hosted by three industry leaders and BFFs: Mellie Mel from Sincerely Creative Mom, Tammy Hodges from Polka Dot Wreath Co, and Jackie Cook from The Fancy Front Door. They've teamed up to bring the wreath-making community high-quality showstopper tutorials, quick win shop fillers to stock your shops for the busy season ahead, and actionable business bombshells to implement in your business immediately to start hearing those cha-chings. It's only $65, y'all. This virtual event is going to be live August 21st, but can be played back for up to a year. For tickets and information, go over to www.quickwinweekend.com.
Hey y'all, I'm Damon Oates, founder of Deco Exchange. Who else has heard that crafting is just a hobby? I turned my love of crafting into a thriving multi-seven-figure company, surrounded myself in an amazing community, and met some amazing business owners along the way. I'm here to show everyone that makers mean business.
What is up, you guys? It is Parker with the Makers Mean Business podcast. You guys, I have three wonderful women with me today as guests. They are the hosts of the Quick Win Weekend. As you guys probably heard, we have our first sponsored episode today, and we'll have another one on Thursday of this week. But y'all, they are a great example of community over competition and how working together can build something great. I'm going to just jump right into this interview, you guys, and they're going to tell you all about an event that they're hosting. I've got Tammy Hodges, I've got Jackie Cook, and I've got Mellie Mel all here with me. So let's get right into it. Today is our first sponsored podcast, and this episode is actually sponsored by Quick Win Weekend. These three ladies have put together an event, and they're here to tell you all about it. Why don't each of you guys kind of introduce yourself, talk about who you are, what you do, where you're from, what you care about, anything like that?
Hey, I'm Jackie with the Fancy Front Door, Coach Fancy inside the Wreath Chateau, and I love being a coach in this community and kind of a leader in this industry. And I loving on our community and bringing tips and tricks and hacks and showing you guys kind of the ins and outs, how to perfect your craft. And that's what I do.
Mel, let's hear from you. What you got?
My name is Mellie Mel. Well, my name is Melissa. Everyone calls me Mellie Mel. My business name is Sincerely Creative Mom. I think we're all going to piggyback off the same things. We love our community and all those things. I love my business because it allows me to stay home and take care of my kids, even though that is crazy in itself. But I'm really happy to be happy to be creating and now creating this new Quick Win thing. And I'm just excited. I'm just always excited, you guys. I don't know what else to say.
Mel, you were on a couple episodes ago with Damon as well, right?
I was. And
what did you talk about?
We talked about life. We talked about my story. We talked about business. We talked about online versus in brick and mortars. It was a fun. I loved it. I'm still as nervous. To be clear, I'm still as nervous, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard that episode, definitely go back and listen to that one. It's an interesting story for sure. Miss Tammy Hodges, what you got?
I am Tammy Hodges from Polka Dot Wreath Co. I'm based in Springfield, Missouri, and I started my business in 2013 after coming home from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, where we were stationed as an Army family. And of course, I'm going to piggyback off I had a business for 4 years before my business really started. And what I want to tell people is you can have a business and not really know what you're doing, and it can be okay. But then when you surround yourself with people that are like-minded and have like-minded goals, and you do things like we're going to do with Quick Win Weekend, you become successful because they give you a purpose. You then have purpose and reason to do your business, and that's what I've created since 2017. It's very different when you meet the wreath community or the crafting community, not just the wreath community, but the crafting community, because there's so many people that have different businesses that don't only do wreaths. But when you surround yourself with like-minded people that have like-minded goals, your mindset completely changes. And that's basically where I'm at in my business right now, is growing things with these other two ladies that we just happen to be blessed enough to be friends as well. And we've started this Quick Win Weekend, and we are excited to get this launched. So
So why don't you guys tell us what the hell is Quick Win Weekend?
So Quick Win Weekend is coming up. It's going to be August 21st, and it's from 7 p.m. Central to, we said 10, but if we know us and we are best friends and we love talking and loving on this community so much, it might go a little later. But we have teamed up to bring our crew 3 professionally recorded tutorials. And then we're going to do 3 quick win tutorials to teach y'all how to get shop fillers in your shop for the upcoming season. And then we're going to do 3 what we're calling business bombshells, just quick wins that you can implement now and see some cha-chings in your shop. And we plan on doing this quarterly, which means that this quarter we get to focus on what's coming up, which is Halloween and fall, and just really give you some implementable quick win nuggets that you can just knock out now, fill your shop, be prepared for the season that's coming. And we really cannot wait to just drop these business bombshells on you, these professionally recorded tutorials, these quick win shop fillers. And you guys, I'm so excited. I wish there was something like this when I started years back that would have helped to prepare me for, each little quarter, each little season that was coming up. So that's Quick Win in a nutshell.
So I know you guys are all wreath makers. Is it only for wreath makers, would you say? Or what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's only for wreath makers.
Our recorded tutorials are all they're all wreath related. The wreath decor related, really. And so, I mean, as far as like having, a painter, I don't want to exclude anyone, but our recorded tutorials, the business things would be different. That would be applying, to everyone. But I think, our design tutorials, whether it be the live and the recorded, I think those are going to be really geared towards wreath makers or like the decor makers.
I would agree with that. I would say that if you are in home decor of any niche, this is definitely going to be right up your alley. But the quick win business bombshells are something that any handmade seller can implement. So we've got a little bit of both. We've got, wreath, swag, centerpiece, those kind of tutorials are definitely the tutorial focus, but the business focus, whatever creative, handmade, anything that you're making and want to sell, we got you.
Cool deal. You guys didn't say where can they read more? Where can our listeners read more? And the big question is always, how much is it? So let's hear what you guys got to say about that.
Well, first of all, you're not going to believe how much it is. It's only $65. It's an insane value. You get all of those things for $65. And if you go to www.quickwinweekend.com, you can purchase your tickets. Now, if you are listening to this later, this is a quarterly event. So www.quickwinweekend.com will always be where you go to purchase your tickets. And then it will automatically prompt you to join a Facebook group. This time around, we've got the date in the Facebook group so you can see where you're going and make sure you're in the right place. And then that's all you do. You just sit there and you wait for us to get all fun on August 21st.
I want to add something real quick. And they don't know that I'm doing this, but my quick win, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but because I specialized in craft shows for so many years, a lot of clients are telling us right now that they're a little bit freaked out that their money stream for the fall, they're very nervous because of what's happening with COVID, and they're not able to do their big craft shows because they're being canceled. So my quick win is based on pivoting and showing you how to do quick wins and be able to load your shop with quick wins that normally you can have at a craft show. Some people think that the smaller items that are at craft shows cannot be implemented online into your Etsy shop or your website. And that is such a myth that my quick win, which I won't tell you what it is yet, you've got to wait and join us. But my quick win is based around pivoting and making sure that you understand that even if you can't have a big craft show, you can still be successful this fall if you implement your business in the right direction. You have to learn to pivot. And if you're not willing to do that, then what kind of a business would you really have if this COVID hadn't happened and you needed to pivot for something else?
Ooh, now that's good stuff, Tammy.
I know I didn't tell them I was doing that because I wanted to we kind of have kept our major our small quick wins. We discussed our major projects with each other, but the quick win that was, I really wanted to hit home on something that was really, really close to my heart. And I keep hearing some of the people in my group and all out in the audience, like even on Damon's trainings in the mornings, people are worried about these craft shows not happening. And I want them to understand their worry needs to be taken to pivoting. They need to change the verbiage that they're using and make that negative into a positive, because you can still hear cha-chings whether or not you're physically at a craft show or not.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I just think online sales are going to be huge this holiday season. Handmade, unique products. People won't be able to go to these craft shows, so they're going to turn to places like Etsy and online shops where makers have their unique products.
Right, and we've already seen that. I mean, I know all three of us have had such a huge increase in business since March of this year. My business has almost doubled from what it did last year. It's crazy, and it's all online. That takes out my craft shows or anything. So,
yeah, I'm going to piggyback kind of off that. Again, I'm not going to tell you what my business quick win is, but we were just talking about whether it's for wreath makers or whether it's for everyone. This kind of goes along with it. So, again, I don't want to give out my secrets, but like my quick win started in last year in March or May. And even though it isn't like a sell a wreath kind of thing, but my quick win in my business, is something that can apply to everyone really. And just to kind of let you know that, your cha-chings don't have to come in one form. Those cha-chings come in a lot of forms, right? So I'm really excited to tell everybody about mine, and I can't even believe I'm going to keep it secret, but it's something that really, really saved my business. So I'm really excited to share with everyone.
Well, Jackie, you have to piggyback now and kind of give a little teaser of yours.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I don't know how to tease it without giving it away. So here goes. My quick win is basically piggybacking off that, pivoting and going to where your customers are right now, finding them, giving them something visual to see because they can't see it in person, knocking their socks off and getting them in your virtual door. That's what mine's all about, is showing them the best way to say, here I am. Gotcha. See something you like?
So we talked a good bit about the business part. How about the actual making part? Like, do you guys, you don't have to say exactly what you're making, but like what holidays, or is it all wreaths? Is there centerpieces? Like what should listeners expect if they sign up?
Okay, so I already posted a sneak peek picture of mine. So I'll just go ahead and give you a little bit of detail. So we decided that our recorded tutorial was going to be a big showstopper, was going to be something that maybe had a lot of steps and that they could enjoy the luxury of, pause, fast forward, rewind without any of the chit chat kind of back and forth. So mine is going to be a character wreath, and I'm super excited. We're doing fall and Halloween this year, or this quarter. So my character is going to be Frankenstein. He's super, super cute. All the ribbons and the sign and the mesh and all the stuff is going to go in. So I'm excited to tell everybody and show everybody how those kind of character wreaths come together and come to life.
That's awesome. I will say that I am definitely known for my grapevines. And I absolutely love doing crazy, outrageous, oh my gosh, that's on a grapevine. How'd you get that on a grapevine? Type of things. So I cannot wait to bring a showstopper grapevine to the mix. And I'll also add, we do realize that a lot of people that have signed up for our Quick Win Weekend and have followed us through the other retreats that we do realize a lot of them are not in our private groups or the other places that you can find us privately. So they don't understand necessarily the value and just the luxury of a showstopper tutorial in a professionally recorded tutorial. So we love that we get to kind of spoil you with that and show you what it's all about, all the tips and tricks and techniques that we're explaining along the way, all the how-tos, the SKU numbers, just all the ins and outs, all the intricate detail, all the classroom style stuff that they don't sometimes get to see on just a live on, like I do a Make Something Monday. Like they don't, it's a totally different style of learning, and you're going to love it.
Yeah, I'm excited for them to see that.
So y'all, I'll kind of wrap up the quick win weekend questions with this one. What if I can't make the times? Like it's obviously it's going to be recorded, but how long will they have access to that for? And can they download it? Like all of that.
So that's fun too. So if you are busy on August 21st, or I don't know, something happened and you had to like stop watching, you have access to watching us for an entire year afterwards. You've got the community inside the private Facebook group for a year. So you can go back, fast forward, rewind it, however you want to watch it, whenever you want to watch it, for a whole year.
So what are some other benefits that a purchaser might get from either being in the group or being a part of the community, other than the actual, training from you guys and professional tutorials?
You can really soak that info up for a whole year. All the quick wins, we want you to just marinate on those and implement those to get those cha-chings, to get those quick wins. You have the community there to support you, asking questions for us or anybody else in there. But also, we decided to cut it off at a year because after that, some of the quick wins, especially the business things change, and they may not be relevant anymore. But they'll have a whole year to access the content and do it at your pace.
Cool deal. Well, do you guys have any last minute things you want to mention about Quick Win Weekend before we wrap this up?
I just want to say how excited we are to be able to bring this to people. I think that it's really, really important, especially like in the time that we're in right now, to give people some opportunities to not think that their business is maybe not doing as well as it did last year this time, because last year this time, maybe they had their garage full of 150 wreaths or home decor that they were getting ready to take to a craft show or getting ready for your busy season. Well, we have to look at it as our busy season, our business must go on. Like our busy season is all the time. You have to look at it that way, because if you're gearing up your business for 3 months out of the year, you need to be in Quick Win Weekend, because that's not what it's about. We're just showing you what to do for last quarter. But honestly, we want your business to be successful 24/7, 365, not just for the last 3 months.
Absolutely. I completely 100% agree with that. Have we talked about Q&A? You guys, I totally forgot. So as you're seeing these quick wins, watching the tutorials, doing the lives with us, we have a Q&A session that we're going to be doing at the end on August 21st, where you can ask us anything. That's one of my favorite things to do, is roundtable questions. So I love that we do that live, because, even if it's a question that you didn't think of, somebody else might ask it and just light bulbs go off. So I love bringing those Q&A sessions.
Yeah, the Q&A part is always my favorite. Yeah, those are always my favorite when I'm at a retreat, right? When I'm at an event. But I also want to bring up this, I think the cool part in Quick Win Weekend is that Tammy, Jackie, and I, we're 3 different businesses where we run our businesses different. We have different things that we do. We have different things that work for us. We have different things that work for our audience. And so it's going to show in our live quick wins for the design, and it's definitely going to show in our live quick wins for the business part. So that's my favorite part. It's nice to, it kind of coincides with the Q&A. Our answers might all be different. They might all be very similar. It's really cool to see, us come together, but still have the individual companies where you have those different aspects coming from all of us. I think that's a really cool part.
Cool deal. Well, y'all, funny story. Apparently, we have a question that we ask our guests every time on the podcast, and I was unaware of this fact. So every episode I've done in the past, I never asked our signature question. So I'm going to get to ask you guys, and I'll try to do it going forward. Apparently, I missed the boat, y'all. Mel, you've already answered this. Yeah, I've missed the memo. Nobody told me. Mel, you've already answered this question on the last episode, so you get a pass on this one. But Tammy and Jackie, what does being a maker mean to you?
Okay, being a maker to me, I've thought about this question, believe it or not, because I listen to the podcast. However, I literally have thought about this after listening to a few of those. Being a maker to me means getting to be a part of something that's so much bigger than my own business, getting to share my life with other people. And that may seem really trivial to some people, but back in 2013, when I started this journey, I had nobody that cared about what was going on with Mike's injury. And for those people that don't know, my husband's a injured veteran. And I went from being a middle school history teacher to a full-time caregiver. And I felt like I had lost my purpose. So being a maker to me means I have a purpose again. And it gave me I was so worried about my own husband's sense of worth that I lost every bit of my own. And being a maker, I have gained it back. And now I'm able to share it with other people. And I love that.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
I found this community and I absolutely could not believe what I found. And being a maker to me is so much bigger than making wreaths. There are people in this community that are walking through things that would cripple me, things that I don't know that I could pick myself up off the floor after living through. And I found that for so many people, it's a way to put your brain on a shelf for a minute, not think about anything, make something beautiful, step back, it makes you smile, you sell it, it makes somebody else smile. And the fact that I get to be a part of that I get to be a motivator and encourager to the people in this community, it means the world to me. It is also meant in a very, very strange way that I get to stay home with my kids when I didn't think that was ever something that I was ever going to do. It's just so much bigger than me. A plan that I could have never seen coming. So every single day in this community is such a blessing to me. And not a day goes by that somebody doesn't write to me or send a message or a PM or a DM, all the M's, that makes my day. So I'm not going anywhere. If y'all have me, I'm here. I love being a maker in this community.
It's great stuff. Y'all, I'm not even going to try to follow that. The only thing I can say is, this community that has rallied behind makers and wreath making and just general creativity is something special. Y'all, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And you guys, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to check out makersmeanbusiness.com or subscribe anywhere you get your podcast. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks again to this week's sponsors, Quick Win Weekend. Don't forget to go grab your Quick Win Weekend tickets at www.quickwinweekend.com. A day filled with showstopper tutorials, quick shop fillers, and business bombshells to set you up for success in the busy season ahead. August 21st is right around the corner, and you're not going to want to miss out on so much actionable content for only $65. www.quickwinweekend.com.